Hey, what's up everyone? It's Larry Cool the Gamer here, and I'm back with another video on my PlayStation 4 collection. I did do one of these in the past, but I had to come back because of what had happened with YouTube, and the account was terminated, so I had to get a new one up here. I just want to say, don't believe any of the lies or false allegations about me. None of it's true. I am a good guy and a hardworking man and a good person. Just don't believe the lies that the Umbrella Robster 97 and his gang of zits are saying about me, because it's all false information. Well, with that out of the way, I just wanted to show you guys my collection again. Um, there were a few titles that I don't have anymore, unfortunately, because I sold my PlayStation 4, so I had to include some games with the PlayStation 4 to get extra money. So I had to let go of a few titles, unfortunately. I will get them back eventually, but here's what I still have left. Rise of the Tomb Raider, which I do not have in the actual case. I have it in a GameStop case. Um, Excellent game. I mean, I love this game. Great Tomb Raider game. I'll show you guys the disc. I do have the disc. Rise of the Tomb Raider. Um, I never did beat this game, but I've gotten very, very far in this game. But I don't have a PS4 anymore, so I have to start this game from scratch on the PlayStation 5 that I have over here. So I'm going to get back into it eventually and start over, see how far I can get. Because I remember going through the levels and everything and really enjoying what I was playing. This game really will consume a lot of your time. Um, and you'll be like glued to the TV, not willing to like stop playing it. Unless, of course, you have to go to the bathroom or answer your phone or something. But other than that, it's just that damn good. I like the upgrades of weapons in the game. I like the exploring in the game. I like, just everything about it. It's amazing. Like Lara Croft is like legendary. Um, this game, it's like I think 8 or 9 years old now, but it is just so good. I can't say enough good things about it. I do have its sequel in here somewhere. Borderlands 3, very good RPG slash shooting game, very fun. I do like the other Borderlands games. I do have those for PS3, I believe. I know there's also a Handsome collection for PS4. I don't have that. But I have all three of them on the PS3, so that's why I didn't buy the Handsome collection, because it basically has the other three games on it: the Borderlands, Borderlands 2, and Borderlands the pre-sequel. It's a great game. It's a lot of fun. Can't really complain about it. The exploring is good. The graphics are good. The shooting mechanics in the game work well. There's really nothing you could say about it. And I mean, I paid $15 for the game, and I'm pretty sure it's not more than 10 to $15 for a copy these days. You have no right to not own this game if you have a PS4. Gotta get it. Resident Evil 2, I don't normally pick up remakes, but at the time when I was looking for Resident Evil 7, I could not find it in the GameStop. They only had this, and I think Resident Evil 6, the PS4 version or something, which I already had on PS3. So I just got this. I was like, I wanted some Resident Evil fix for $27.99. I was like, okay, and I played it, and it's very similar to the old one on N64 and PlayStation 1 and Sega Dreamcast, but it seemed like they did a few things that was different than the original, which is interesting that they were able to change it up a little bit. So not a bad remake, but the epitome of picking up old remakes just doesn't make a lot of sense. It's basically a survival horror game where you kill zombies and you collect shit. Like you collect like herbs and stuff for health. Because if you get bit by a zombie, you start like hurting. Like I think it's like 3 or 4 hits and you're dead. That's where the herb comes into place. You can get more bullets through the game for your gun. You take headshots at zombies and kill them right away. It's just a blast. It's a great game. Here's the Shadow of the Tomb Raider, which today I still have not played. And the reason I have not played it is because I'm still trying to beat Rise of the Tomb Raider, and I still haven't beaten it. I've gotten stuck on a puzzle and couldn't figure out what to do. So that's why I never played this game. The reason I have this is because I actually got this before I got Rise of the Tomb Raider. So until I beat Rise of the Tomb Raider, I'm not playing this game. Star Wars Jedi: The Fallen Order. We had a rough time with Star Wars for a while, making bad games after bad games after bad games. And then we finally got one that was decent. I mean, on the PS4, the Star Wars Battlefront games, they're crap. They're not very good. You're better off getting this. This was a blast in the Star Wars universe. Very fun. They did port this game to PS5, but I already have it for PS4, so I didn't pick up the PS5 version. So, but it's good. It's a good action game with the Star Wars characters. I think you get to play as Rey in this game. Rey, Rey, the girl, who's in the Star Wars, The Force Awakens, Star Wars, The Last Jedi, and Star Wars Rogue One, and that other Star Wars movie, Rise of Skywalker. Yeah. And you get to play as another Jedi too. I forget his name, but it's good. I definitely recommend it. Republic is a good stealth game where you play as a girl named Hope, who was captured and put in this like asylum. In the game, you basically have to sneak through the levels, and you have a camera friend that helps you throughout the levels, so that way you're not working alone. And you know when to sneak across paths and when to hide and get past the bad guys and get on to the next level and escape the asylum. I have never beaten this game, but from what I have played, the game is fun and it's definitely challenging. Plays like Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell type of games, but you're playing with a female protagonist and not a male protagonist, Sam Fisher. So, but it is a great game, and I recommend it. And it's only like $10 to $15 now. Zombie Army 4 Dead War, very good zombie game. Although this is not like Resident Evil at all. It plays more like a third-person shooter. That's all you do in the game. You just kill zombies left and right. You get a sword to kill zombies. Although it's very challenging, though. Didn't beat it, but I've gotten far, and I definitely like this game. And I actually got this for free because I won on OGP's channel once the $60 Amazon gift card. And this was one of the games that I decided to buy from the Amazon. And yeah, it's good. I've been playing it a lot. I think I've got about 5 hours into it. Although I've played it more than that. I've played it several times, probably 10 or 15 hours. But I haven't like beaten the game. So we'll say 5 hours into the actual game. Days Gone. I picked this up along with Tales of Arise and Call of Duty Black Ops 3 on Black Friday from GameStop. From what I played, this game is a good survival horror game in a post-apocalyptic world with a bunch of zombies or humans that turn into like these zombies. You play as this guy, and you have a friend or a brother who helps you throughout the game. But he ends up getting injured, and you have to basically go find medication for him and stuff. There was some mission objectives that you had to complete. And then, like, you have to kill zombies, too. And those, like, dogs and wolves that have mutated into zombies. Zombie creatures, that is. And it's good. Deacon S. John. And yeah, it's just a blast to play. I like it. Although there is a few annoying things about it, like when I lost my motorcycle and somebody else obtained it, and I found the villagers in that village. I became friends with them, but I wanted to get my bike back, but it wasn't so simple. You had to do something for them in order to get your bike back. And then I had to go through the woods and make my way all the way back to my brother. And it took me a while to get back because if they see you, they kill you like almost instantly. So it took time to actually get through that. And when I finally got back there, I didn't have the motorcycle. So I had to go all the way back to get the motorcycle. That was a bitch. I must say that was a bitch. That kind of pissed me off. Tales of Arise, still have not yet played it, but I am very happy to have a Tales game finally in my collection because I've never played any of the Tales games. So I look forward to playing that. Call of Duty Black Ops 3. I'm not a huge Call of Duty fan anymore. I think Call of Duty is overrated garbage now. But there were a few other shooting games that I was interested in at GameStop, but they didn't have it. So I had to settle for this. And I mean, for $17.99, I guess it's not horrible, but my love for Call of Duty isn't there anymore. There are much better shooter games than Call of Duty. Like this one, Sniper Elite 3, very good game. Never beat it. Got to the next level and then sort of just put it down. I don't know why. But from what I played, it was pretty good. You can also get this game on PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 since it was ported to both consoles. Fallout 4 is a very good RPG game. You have no excuses to not pick this game up. It's still $10 at GameStop. What are you guys doing? Come on now. Pick it up. It's a great game. I highly recommend it. And Fallout 76, piece of garbage. And I don't know if they're ever going to make a Fallout 5, but if they do, don't fuck it up. Please don't. Earthfall, I didn't think was that good of a shooter. It was kind of boring. The campaign was boring. You just kill aliens in the game. Nothing really special or spectacular about it. Could have been a much better game. And I also hated that when I'd pause the game and go to the bathroom and come back, it'd go right back to the menu screen. Like, what the heck? What's wrong with them? Why did they do that? Batman Arkham Knight, very good Batman game, excellent game. First Batman game to receive an M rating, definitely because it's more violent. But it was really good. You get to even ride the Batmobile in this game. Just awesome. Love playing it. Dying Light was a zombie game with parkour elements in it, which made the game very challenging. I never did get super far in the game, but from what I played, it was decent. But I just wasn't a big fan of the parkour elements in the game. It made it really too tough to get very far. I like Resident Evil better than I like Dying Light. Plague Tale's Innocence is factory sale. My friend Joseph bought this for me for $15. I have heard of this game. It's like a horror game, but it also does have some like RPG elements in the game. I've never played it, obviously, since it's sealed. I'll get around to it eventually, but right now, I don't really see myself playing it anytime soon. I don't know why. I don't know. WWE 2K18, I cannot get down with the controls. Like, I suck at this game. Like, I always end up losing the match. Like, I used to be really good at WWE games. Like, I really like the SmackDown versus Raw games, but they changed the controls of each 2K game, and they made them very realistic. So I don't like that game very much, unfortunately. Last of Us Part 2 was a very disappointing game. It could have been a lot better. I mean, the characters that we care about the most in the story is Joel and Ellie, but they killed Joel like an hour into the game. And then after that, you're playing as Ellie and her friend, trying to take down Abby and her gang of Zits. The graphics do look amazing, and I do really enjoy the shooting mechanics in the game and the stealthiness of it and the horseback riding. But other than that, the game suffers from its storyline not being so great. I mean, why would you kill off Joel? He's the main protagonist of the game. He made the game fun in the first game. I mean, I get why Tess was killed off, but why Joel? Just disappointing. Completely disappointing. And then part of the game, you're playing as Abby. And Abby's just a total bitch. Like, I don't like Abby at all. Final Fantasy 15: A Realm Reborn basically has all the DLC for Final Fantasy 15, but it's the same game. There's just a few things that you can download. But very good RPG. Highly recommend it. And yeah, it's only like $15, so pick it up. Far Cry Primal is a very good shooting game. Love Far Cry Primal. Love the Far Cry series practically. The first game was kind of rough, but the rest of the series is very good. It's a blast. Get to kill like saber-tooths and bears in this game too, which is crazy. It's inhumane, but you got to survive because they're coming after you. So, excuse me. Generation Zero. This game is okay for a shooter, but the huge problem that I had with the game is backtracking. I do not like backtracking in video games. So if you die, there's no save point unless you make it to the end of the level. You had to start from the very beginning of the level. I hated that. And this game did that. So eventually I got frustrated and turned this thing off because I could not deal with that crap. But once you get a gun and you make it to that church, you start shooting robots and stuff, be prepared to die a lot, because that's what happens in that game. Not very fun. Okay, I gotta move this back, make a little room. Horizon Zero Dawn was a great game. This game is only like $5 at GameStop. You can't go wrong for $5. Even at $10. I paid $10 for this. You really cannot go wrong. I wonder why this game is so cheap at GameStop. I don't get it. But the game's great. It's a game where he plays Aloy. Her father, I think, ends up dead in the beginning of the game. And you're on your own trying to survive in this world. You kill all these like monsters and shit in this game. But it's fun and I highly recommend it. The level up system is great. The graphics look amazing. It's fun. I highly recommend it. Life is Strange. Last time I did a video on this, I forgot to include this game. Maxine is a very interesting character for a video game. So is her friend, Chloe. And this is a adventure game where two best friends are trying to find their lost friend who went missing one day, just out of the blue, disappeared. So they ended up deciding to team up and find out where she was. The game does put you through some interesting scenarios. Where, will you take that money that's in the principal's office, or will you leave it behind? How will you escape the security guard in the game when he's looking for people who aren't supposed to be on the school premises after dark? Things like that. It's a great game, and I highly recommend it. It's very fun. They did make Life is Strange 2, and then they later on made Life is Strange True Colors, but they don't have Maxine in the game. So, I don't know. I don't know if I'm interested in picking those up, because it kind of would ruin the experience with not playing as Maxine. Excellent game. UFC was a fun game. I don't normally like sports games. I really do not like them. I despise them. But UFC was a very fun game. customization of characters. You can even create your own character in this game, make them look like me. Like I'm 6'7" in height, but I think the highest you can make them was about 6'5". So I can make my characters close to my height. Give them some goggles because I wear glasses, and then give them like a fighting style, and then put them in the ring and have them fight against one of these other UFC characters. It was really fun. The training mode definitely helped in the beginning of the game because your guy gets stronger after he trains. Then you start fighting people and you start beating them up. And yeah, it takes some skills, but eventually you get really good and you become a champion in this. I know they also did make UFC 2, 3, and 4, but I never picked them up. I was not too interested in picking them up. I have played the third one with my friend Mark down in Florida, but I haven't played it recently. But it was fun too. Injustice 2, very good superhero fighting game. Highly recommend it. I really do wish that they'd make a Injustice 3. That would be great. Put it on PlayStation 5 and maybe add some extra characters, that we didn't have before, and just put them together and make a campaign too that's decent and long. The game was fun and I highly recommend it. Only thing that dragged the campaign out was that you had to fight Superman 3 times, which I didn't understand why. But I did beat it, and it was a blast. Art Combat Evolved, or Survival Evolved. Tekken 7, very good Tekken game. I highly recommend this. Very fun. Love Tekken. Wreckfest is a very good driving game, racing game. I had a blast playing this game. I definitely recommend it. It's also on PlayStation 5 because they ported it, but since I already have it on PlayStation 4, I did not pick it up. It's a combination of like Need for Speed meets Destruction Derby. That's how I put it. How I categorize this racing game because it mixes both into one game, and it's fun. I thought it was good. Can't really complain. Metal Gear Solid: The Phantom Pain, very fun game, very good stealth game. I highly recommend it. I highly recommend that you guys check it out. It's a blast. But if you're not into stealth games, you probably won't like this game. But if you are, it's great. It's a good stealth game. We're at 23 minutes, so I guess we're gonna have to go to a part 2, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in, and stay tuned for part 2. Bye.